Well, hello everyone, my name is SugaryND and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. First of all, I'd like to say that I am really sorry about me having been gone for like 2 weeks or something like that, and for it being around a month since my last Higurashi video. Very sorry about that. I have an explanation. I've been feeling sick. Of course, I've not been feeling sick the whole 2 weeks, but I've also been a lazy ass, and for this, I'm very sorry. I'm just a lazy ass. But also I've been having horrible headaches and been feeling really nauseous. And I still have bad headaches, but they're not anywhere near as bad as they were last week. So I can now get myself around recording. And you have the entire right to feel mad at me if I fail at posting this week. So yeah. So if you're new around here, I would suggest not watching this video first, but going back to maybe like the first episode. Yeah, let's go get to the game. I've already wasted a minute of the video for no reason. Okay, let's continue. Chapter 3. Higurashi When They Die. Colonel Sanders? Ah, of course. That's right up her alley. I understand her wanting to take home Sutoko and Rika-chan, but I can't understand the Colonel Sanders. What's so good about the four-eyed geezer? Geezer, I don't know how you pronounce that word, sorry. Probably better to hear it from Rena, don't you think? She'll probably just say, because it's just so cute, though. Does Rena often go to the construction site to hunt for treasure?
Every now and then. She says she's going to have a look.
But a girl her age rummaging around in garbage as well. If Rena enjoys it, I think it's fine. What were they doing over there? Dam construction? It had been bugging me since yesterday, like a niche I couldn't scratch. It was cancelled a long time ago. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Hearing an ominous word like fought come from Rika-chan's mouth. Oh wait, that was Rika. Sorry. Rika-chan's mouth started me. That's right. It was unbelievable. They said Hinamizawa would be sunk into the reservoir and we had no say in the matter. So I'm only able to be here because the protest succeeded. I guess it's good.
I'm sorry. I didn't keep you, did I? Did I?
My deepest apologies, Keiichi-chan. I always call him Chan by accident, excuse me. My deepest apologies, Keiichi-san. It took me a while to powder my nose. Sutoko, wait to use the can until you really have to go. It's a lot easier since it shoots right out.
Eek, how dare you speak that way to a maiden of unparalleled beauty, such as myself?
Who is she calling a maiden? If Sutoko really was a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. I like the happy, cheerful music. Now then, gentlemen, in accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. He, Keiichi Maebara-kun, wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What say you?
Rena has no objection.
Oh, I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task.
Me and Sutoko both approve.
The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. An anonymous decision. Congratulations, Keiichi Maebara-kun. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. What club is this? What our club does, you see? In order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you.
I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer if you didn't single me out. Let's try to get along.
You're so naive, Rena. The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. That was starting to sound a bit sketchy. So what kind of club was it?
To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together.
Rika-chan was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. See, the only smart one. Good job, Rika. So basically this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day. It seemed that depending on the day, there were prizes for the winner or a penalty for the loser who finished who finished in the last place. I'll make it clear right now, we aren't playing house here. You should treat each win or loss as if your life depends on it. Alright? What's wrong with just having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy. The first rule of our society, aim only for the first place. Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed.
Rule number 2 of our society. For that reason, you're obligated to make all possible efforts.
The way Satoko said it, it sounded like she was saying, use any means necessary.
Of course, I will do my best too. I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best.
I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody is aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to play just for fun. Alright, then I too will go all out. With that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiations, my baptism into the club. Hooray! A word of warning, Kei-chan. Rennie can get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's going to be rough. Alright. Mion began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. They have the games here at school? Well, it's club equipment, so I guess it's fine. Complicated games would put Kei-chan at a disadvantage, so today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard card game, like Old Bacular? Alright, let's do this! Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time the loser will be sentenced by having their face drawn on. What do you think?
Whoa. It won't be oil-based paint, right? Right?
Oil-based face painting with oil-based paint?
That is perfect!
Satoko cheered the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was raring to go. If it's going to be like this, then I can't lose either. Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing? Old Bacular is pretty much the same as Ode made. There's only one difference. There's no joker. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start. Meaning, there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the joker. It's a pretty thrilling game.
I'll take out the card now.
Rena took out the one card and left it face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it'll be pretty obvious in the end game. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to the one face down, all the while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't be. This deck is pretty worn out. No way. Can everyone tell this by the scratches what the card on the table is?
Remember the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique, Keiichi-kun. Should be able to remember them pretty quickly.
She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that can be your crutch. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This was not a simple game of Old Bacular. If this was a test, Then they were playing with the answer sheet right in front of them. Bring it. I'll take advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. The baseless confidence would soon be crushed. Kikiki. How about I tell you your hand starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen. Whoa!
By the way, the baculor is a Jack of Diamonds.
I
can tell what they are even if you switch them around. I'm out.
I thought I was prepared, but for it to be this brutal, just overwhelming. Demons? You're all demons. Rena isn't a demon, are you?
Sorry, Keiji-kun. This is the 3 of Hearts, isn't it? I'm out.
Whoa! Not even a hint of mercy. Rena, even Rika-chan. These club activities weren't to be trifled with. Alumnus of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a deathmatch on a deserted island, these guys would probably take it to it like fish to water. I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. That's kinda creepy the way he puts it. It's a lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins.
Since Keiji finished last, he has 5 points.
There's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard.
I think it's unfair to Keiji if we don't use a new deck.
It's fine, it's fine. Kei-chan is a man after all. He can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right? I like how Mion is like, oh yeah, he's just a man. Because that definitely helps.
It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think?
A pet-eyed hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontainable frustration. It was Rika-chan's.
Keep on fighting, yeah?
She's adorable. Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I could muster during the crisis. Think clearly, Keiichi Maebara. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Rana said. Each card has its own distinct markings that make them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory.
Oh, great! Keiji-kun, just like that!
I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands or other cards, arranging them in such a way that they couldn't be seen.
The one with the ripped corner should be the 5. And I'm out.
I couldn't let any of those hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. Then, it was my turn. Stuka fanned out her cards for me.
You see, I won the 7. Is it this one?
I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it. There was a bit of dismay in her expression. Like she doesn't want it taken. That kind of expression. I won't let that momentary lapse slip by me. I know.
It's this one.
Got it. 7 of spades. A cheer of ooh rang out.
What is this? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to tell apart.
It wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. Can't hide it from me, Kei-chan. This mark means it's 2 of diamonds. What? She was startled by her own misread. Of course, everyone else was too.
Wow, it turned out Mi-chan gets a card wrong.
No, Kei-chan. Could it be You told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch. So I put a new one on it.
Are you saying he disguised it as the two of diamonds? What an embracing show of wit. Keiichi landed a clean hit.
Clap, clap, clap.
That's great, Keiichi-kun. That was an incredible match, you know?
Having defeated the Forerunner, Mion, my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. But by total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. I laughed haughtily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm going to end up the loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. Bah! That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who was at the top already and ensured victory.
Even if Kei-chan gets first place this round, he'll still end up last place overall. Don't you hate that?
Of course I do. Let's have a duel. One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it? She fell for it. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without golding her into it. One chance, you say? Let me hear the rules. Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand, replaced one with a Joker card that was on the table, and shuffled the resulting hand behind her back. The card in my right, or the card in my left? Kei-chan can guess which hand the Joker's in. Then he wins. When you turned around just now, you didn't pull out the Joker, did you? If you lose, you show the card in the other hand. Is that okay? The other 3 gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events. Alright, you've got it. Mion grabs 1 card in each hand and thrusts them out at me. First, I need to inspect them closely. The card on the right had no distinguishing marks. I couldn't tell which one it was.
Which one, I wonder? Keiichi-kun, be careful.
Yeah, of course. This is my chance for a big comeback. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't the one I hadn't seen before. Oops. Ah, that card is! I didn't let that bit from Sudoku slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Sudoku's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it had already appeared before, it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker.
Ooh, Kei-chan thinks
it's one on the right? Will you choose that one then? Will you? The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare that the card to the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Sudoku's reaction? More carefully. Ah, I remember now. That mark, the left card, no doubt about it. The 7 of clubs.
It's the 7 of clubs, I see.
I've won. The card on the left was the 7 of clubs. So that meant the card on the right was the Joker. And then, just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. I would expect no less from you. There was a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers and my sudden halt, right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker.
Huh? What could Keiichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is...
Ooh. What makes you so certain that the right one isn't the Joker, Keiichi? Mion let loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be, but I know the one on the left is the 7 of clubs. Then, doesn't that leave the right one as the Joker? One of them has to be the Joker, right? Yeah. One of those is the Joker, right?
Katie has good intuition.
Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by... So basically, the 7 of clubs, I discarded that by matching with Sudoku's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discard pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned from that sloppy pile. So that means Mion pocketed one of the discarded cards and aligned it over the left card. And that means...
I see, I get it. This left card is being disguised as the 7 of clubs, right?
It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression. I didn't let that slip by. Then with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly. The Joker is the left one! It was an intense moment. That 1 second felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion. Being the first president of this club, I've been witness to a variety of performances. Kei-chan, yours is the best. The best of the best of the best. That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory! Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on my victory.
Huh? Rika-chan is...
Ren and Sudoku gaped at us as if they had seen a ghost. What is it, Brenna? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? That was fair and square.
Rika only pets someone on the head to console them.
Huh? What's the meaning of... At that moment, Ren let out a small shriek.
Keiichi-kun, this is how it was?
You know, Kei-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far. Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to conclusions like a little brat, then I would have lost. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mion picked up the card from the losing hand. Kei-chan, you know, you should take pride in this loss. She turned it around. That was... The card proclaimed the victor of this duel. The card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable. It was the 2 of diamonds. It was set up behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it. I, Mion Sonozaki, as the club president, do accept Keiichi Maebara's membership into our club. As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. The match is now over. Today's victor is me, Mion Sonozaki, and our exhalated loser is Keiichi Maebara. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing.
When Mi-chan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited thinking, she's going to do it again. When Keiichi-san stopped a moment before touching the correct card, I thought, he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily.
Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start and still got so excited so earnestly? Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all demons, you monsters! Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, okay? It will be a problem if you refuse to come to school. The other 3 members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt tip marker, and it's large and oil-based. Okay, here we go! She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face, while I was immobilized. No! No! I let out my death throes. It's gonna get creepy again. It's the cicadas again. The cicadas are creepy. Even though like the cicada is the creepiest shit. Alright. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today it was just Mion and me walking home together. A rather rare occurrence. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away probably never thought in their wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. Mountain of treasure, meaning that damn construction site from before. Alright. Mion would probably tell me. That murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there. Over there, you know, at the damn construction site. Did something happen there? Long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided I'd just listen to the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the damn reservoir. I would have thought as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured out they probably couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Mio spoke excitedly as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You're facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with the legalizators. And as a result, the development plan was retracted. It was our complete victory. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off. The same as Rena had. Her words signaled the end of discussion. Tomitake-san said one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity invaded. I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. Kei-chan, you can't wash that off until you get home, got it? I got it at 1. Fiona held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Oh, I didn't even get to see it. Damn you, Mion, you sure rude as day. If our roles are ever reversed, I'm going to slop it on. All over your face so you won't be able to take it off, even with a scouring pad. Upon arriving home, I ran straight to my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. The mood I'd come home to was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad can come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomped around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispered into my ear, "Welcome home, Keiichi. Dad, he's in a bit of a mood right now, so don't bother him, okay? He can't come up with a new idea. It's all because the deadlines are so close together. This time, your dad needs time to recharge or he doesn't work as well. That's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then that is the end of the Mahabharas. We've never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it be easier to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of the piece this time is in the household, so it seems your dad wants to use this house as a motive. That's quite a bothersome motive. Keiichi, pick up your room. It looks terrible. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Ah, come on. Please don't use my room as the motive. Keiichi, there's still some time left before dinner. So, please go take a walk out back or something. His bad mood is only temporary. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go take a walk so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will then. Alright, we're going out. Are we gonna go see Rena? Said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I just need to kill some time. I got my bag and pondered where to go. I could just go read at the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to get to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Hinamizawa creep me out. If Mion or Sotoko ever found out about that... I smiled wryly. Oh yeah, Rena was probably still up at the Mountain of Treasure, the damn construction site. The excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. It won't be so bad to have her owe me one. She might return me the favor next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in my mind, I set off towards the damn construction site. Tomitaki-san might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that Rena and Mion both denied knowing anything about. If I met him again, I'd like to ask for more details. To ask, was there really dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. I spotted Rena struggling up on the slope of garbage pile. It looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like Rena would be able to excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tomitaki-san wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey Rena, looks like you're working up a sweat.
Whoa, Keiichi-kun. What brings you to a place like this?
A place like this, huh? I see, she was aware of it at least. I received a signal from emergency assistant... Wait. I received a signal for emergency assistant at the accident site. Where's the injured party?
Huh? Accident? Huh?
But there was a report of Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile.
Huh? Oh, what that? You scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Keiichi-kun.
I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out.
You came for me? Oh.
Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. Just kidding. You're embarrassing me now.
So, what part was the joke? What part was it?
I just ignored her bewilderment. Okay, now move out of the way. So where's Colonel Sanders?
Sorry. Can't you see him in that gap? He's really buried in there.
The Colonel Sanders was sideways surrounded by boards and other construction materials like they were caging him inside. According to Rena, it wasn't like this yesterday. It seems as though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those scrawny arms? There's no way she would be able to do that with her slender arms.
Like Colonel Sanders, so cute.
And that face. Oh my god. There's a chain on the Colonel Sanders at the store.
This one, though, I should be able to take this one home. Aww.
If Rena gave up on this Colonel Sanders, she'll probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Out of the way, I'll do it. Rena blushed again, but this time, I left it alone. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another illegal dumping would occur. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done.
Keiichi-kun, I'll help too. Let me help.
You'll just get in the way, so stay back. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside. I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Flying objects threw beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood, Damn it. No matter how much I threw out, there was still more. Even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. After grandstanding like that in front of Rena, I felt frantic because of how little I had progressed. If I was going to do this seriously, I'd need an axe or a saw or something.
That's enough, Keiichi-kun. You're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard.
I'm just doing it for you, Rena. Don't worry about it. Rena began sputtering and turned beet red. Whoops. I meant to say I was trying my best just to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope.
I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat.
Brenna patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice.
Well, wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay?
Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooed the air. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. That was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. There were bound stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. If it was just as Tomitake-san said, then undoubtedly there would be mention of the murder. There are troubled times. There is no end to these sickening incidents. There is a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well. So it had to be recorded. Somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew that it happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Rena had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine. But it wasn't just that. Both Ren and Mion said they didn't know. But it had happened without a doubt. As long as Tomitake-san wasn't lying. Then if both Ren and Mion... Ah yeah, there was. If they had just said that, I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Ren or Mion wished to talk about. Trying to uncover it after they tried to conceal it out of good intentions. That made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Hinamizawa dam worker lynching. Murder by dismemberment. Hello? Here it is. Wait, I just realized. I feel dumb. So there was no audio. I feel so dumb right now. Sorry. But it's just cicadas anyways, I guess, so that's fine maybe. The featured article was in the back and it seemed that there was a photograph in the colored pages at the front. The pages of the featured article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. When I couldn't return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. The police investigators were carrying a body bag and the newspaper reporters were all bathing in it in with camera flashes. I don't know. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at the Hinamizawa construction site. Lynching and murder dismemberment. The victim was a site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with. An explosive backlash from his daily actions. It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as. It happened. It really did happen. It seemed the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing. On it was. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes, then used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces: the head, arms, legs, and torso. I could understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible. An incident. Normally a lynching is just assault and murder, right? Dismember one with hatchets and pickaxes? That wasn't a lynching. It was merciless killing to the letter. A brutal murder done by a group of people. With hatchets. With pickaxes. With an axe. Ah! Oh, she has a new outfit. Cool.
Sorry. Did I startle you? Did I startle you?
Rena dropped the axe as she was hiding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. Keiichi-kun,
You see, earlier, you said it would help you if you had an axe, didn't you? So then I brought an axe for you. From the shed.
Rena fluttered her arms in panic, continuing to explain and apologize. It seemed that being glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry, I guess my reaction was a bit overboard.
No, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry.
Night was drawing close. It was pretty worn out, and it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. It doesn't look like we can break the last beam without an axe. You brought it after all. I have to bring it tomorrow, alright?
Okay.
Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be taking out the Colonel Sanders, right?
You're right.
I really want to take the
Colonel Sanders home soon.
We both knew that it was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Ren had brought and wiped off the sweat and now had gone cold. We took the path to head home. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket. Now what? I got 2 new tips. That is cool. I think perhaps in the end of the game I should check them out. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. And if you're new around here, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. So, bye, SugaryND in and out.